Come in.
Aaliyah 5 and Bodhi 2 have just been brought in. They're in interrogation rooms 1 and 2.
Don't worry. I'm sure it's nothing.
Oh, what if it isn't nothing?
Then I will take care of it, like I always do. What'd you find out?
The cafeteria crew say they were taken down to authority headquarters for questioning because someone reported them for subversive activities.
What does that even mean? What did they do?
I don't know.
All right. I know many of you are confused and have questions about what happened earlier. And I may not have all the answers, but I can assure you that candidates Aaliyah and Bodhi will return to competition once they complete their interviews at authority headquarters. But for the rest of us, we have a competition to get back to.
Why? Why were they taken?
Good question. Why don't you ask them when they come back? In the meantime, we have a very big day ahead of us. As I'm sure all of you are aware, one of the most exciting aspects of the Exemplar is the gallery. An event when each of our candidates is interviewed, vid captured, and profiled for the future campaign. And of course, a big part of the campaign is the public reveal of each year's Exemplar uniform, which I present to you now. We would like to present you with your very own personal Exemplar uniform. Come on up.
Tempo 3 of Progress Sector.
For Gaia. Thanks.
Lita 9.
What kind of game are you playing?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of Industry Sector.
You want us to believe the authority just showed up here unannounced? They came because you told them to.
Reese 4 from Progress.
Sorry if I did. I don't need to remind you, Mentor Chandra.
Kef 9.
It is our duty as citizens of New Babel to be on the alert for any potentially subversive activities.
Subversive, huh?
Thanks.
All they did was sing and dance.
Char 3 of
Is that what that was?
For Gaia.
I understand you're upset. And no doubt feeling partially responsible, given that your failure to properly oversee the rehearsals may have played a role in this unfortunate incident.
Of Progress Sector.
Right.
Terran 2.
Look, Watts, they're just kids.
Well, then they have nothing to hide.
Sierra 5
Do they?
from Nature Sector.
Hello, I'm Authority Phaedra. Please, take a seat. I want to start off by assuring you that you're not in any trouble. You're simply here to offer some clarity on what happened yesterday.
Nothing happened. We just performed.
Right. And why don't you tell me about that performance?
What do you mean? We didn't do anything wrong.
I never said you did. It's just that whomever reported you felt that your performance was a little subversive.
Why?
I was told it was atypical of the song and dance forms that typify our community.
So what if it was? Why is that so bad?
As a citizen of New Babel, you should already know the answer to that. We embrace diversity, it's our strength. But personal expression is something else. It fosters disharmony. You know, there's an ancient saying that goes, the nail that sticks out gets hammered down, and when you think about it, it makes sense. Nails that stick out are dangerous.
It was just a song.
Just a dance.
You're about to take the stage in the greatest event New Babel has ever known. The eyes of the entire city will be on you. It won't just be a dance or a song. It will be a message to the people, and it is on you to ensure that it's a positive one.
I never doubted it would be.
You can offer them hope and strength by reinforcing our long-established ideals, or you can infect them with notions of independence and dissent. Performance is power, and it comes with great responsibility. Now, I am sure there was no ill intent, and you have rehearsals to get back to, so I just have one last question. Who influenced your performance?
Nobody.
So inspiration just came to you out of the blue?
I was influenced by my life and experience in reform.
So this Aaliyah had absolutely no influence on you?
What? No.
You're sure that Bodhi didn't steer you towards that performance?
I'm positive. It all came from me.
I don't believe that. I'm worried for you, Aaliyah. You seem to have some misplaced loyalty to this Bodhi boy. How well do you know him? And are you sure he shares the same conviction? Because if he doesn't, you could find yourself back home watching him compete in the exemplar. Excuse me one moment. Gerald?
Where's Aaliyah?
You should know that one of the mentors reported potentially subversive behavior on the part of your daughter and her friend.
That's ridiculous. She's 16.
And yet old enough to know better. But there you have it.
I'm getting my daughter and taking her home.
You know why I'm doing this. You know the histories, the dangers in allowing this sort of behavior to go unchecked. I'm actually doing you a favor here, Gerald. Educating your daughter in ways that you were clearly incapable of or unwilling to do.
Phaedra, get out of my way.
Can you control your daughter, Gerald?
Phaedra, I'm warning you for the last time.
Can you control her?
Yes.
Interrogation room 1.
Come on, we're going home.
What about my friend?
We're going home now.
Aaliyah! Aaliyah! Am I being released?
No, Bodhi. We still have a lot to talk about. Take a seat.
The official 73rd exemplar competition designs are a return to the gold and black with silk mail midnight sleeve from the 38th to honor the incomparable Geneva. The traditional long silhouette represents the formality of order and dignity exuded by all champions. Wear them proudly. The sky is grace. For state, for community, for all.
I'm excited for this. Same time, feel kind of guilty given what's going on with Lee and Bodhi.
Well, you shouldn't.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means she should have known better.
Look, when Aaliyah gets here, she's gonna need a friend who'll support her. Not someone who's gonna criticize her for dancing.
It wasn't just dancing. It was more than that.
What do you mean? What's going on? What aren't you telling me?
I can't say.
Oh, there's no such thing as you can't say. There's only I won't say, but that's completely different. We've been friends for how long?
I promised her I wouldn't tell anyone.
Okay. Okay, I respect that. You know, there's this old saying in industry sector. It goes, if a burden's too great, distribute the weight.
You don't realize what you're asking.
Sure I do. I'm offering to help a friend.
In the wise words of our great founder, Gaia.
They had no right. They treated us like criminals. We didn't do anything wrong.
Leah, they wouldn't have brought you in if they didn't think you might have done something wrong.
I danced, he sang.
Don't be so naive. Look, you know the importance our society places on custom. You and your friend undermine years of tradition.
By trying something new?
By celebrating yourselves instead of the state. Sweetheart, do me a favor. Don't cause any more trouble, all right? Stick to the accepted norm, promise me.
Get them to release Bodhi.
I can't.
You're a member of the tribunal. Of course you can.
No, I can't. Look, you don't realize the seriousness of what you did and how lucky you are to be free.
Remember, the authority need your help.
Leah, wait.
Bodhi, you seem like a good young citizen, but your actions have me questioning your loyalties.
Why?
You have the opportunity to choose from an endless list of songs recognizing our united spirit or the life of our glorious founder, Gaia. But instead, you choose to sing about yourself.
My experiences.
That was selfish.
No, it's not, because I was sharing them with others. That's the whole point.
And what makes you think that your personal experience is more important than the communal experience we foster here in New Babel?
It's not. But everyone's story is important. Our founder, Gaia, had her own personal story, and it became a part of our history. It belongs to all of us because people shared that experience.
What are you telling me, Bodhi? That you want to make history?
No, I just want to tell my story.
Welcome, Aaliyah. How can I be of service?
What can I do?
What Can I Do is a song by artist Ice Cube from the West.
Give me some historical examples of how one person stood up to their own government.
Okay, I see where you're going. Choose violent or non-violent resistance.
Non-violent.
Non-violent resistance can take many forms. Peaceful protest, civil disobedience.
Tell me more about peaceful protest.
Protests are an expression of resistance against particular events, situations, or policies deemed unjust or undesirable. They can be expressed by an individual or many individuals in solidarity.
Show me forms of protest. What are these people doing? Show me lower right.
The civil rights sit-ins became a protest movement against racial segregation in the 20th century. Students of African descent occupied food establishments that refused them service because of their skin color. The protests grew in numbers over time and disrupted the working orders of the establishments, eventually causing them to change their racist policies.
Show me more. What's that dance?
This dance is inspired by a style known as stepping. It is one of many forms that embody resistance and protest through sharp rhythmic movement. Other forms include toe-ye, capoeira, hip-hop, crump.
What do you think? You're gonna wear it open like that? I made a few adjustments. I think it's kind of flames.
It's nice. I just think the mentors are gonna ask you to make a few more.
Hey.
Aaliyah. You okay?
I'm fine.
I was worried about you.
What happened?
Where'd you go?
Why did they take you?
Are you okay?
Hey, this for you. I can make some tweaks if you want.
Where's Bodhi? He's still being held at authority headquarters. What?
Why is he still there?
I don't know. But it's up to us to help him get out.
And how exactly are we supposed to help free Bodhi?
By putting pressure on the authority.
Aaliyah, we're a bunch of 16-year-olds.
No, we're exemplar candidates.
So?
So they need us if they want this competition to go ahead.
Okay, wait, look, I like Bodhi. A lot. But I'm not quitting this competition for him.
I'm not saying we should quit. I'm saying we should refuse to cooperate. Starting with the gallery today.
Wow.
What?
Seriously.
Bodhi and I were held at authority headquarters. We were questioned, treated like criminals. Bodhi's still there, but we have the power to get him out.
I don't get it. Why were you taken? And why were you being questioned? And why were you being treated like criminals?
Because we didn't sing the approved songs or dance the approved dances. We upset them because we expressed ourselves differently. We've always been taught that harmony is happiness.
And deviation is disorder.
I'm not saying unity isn't important, but we're all unique. We don't all look the same. We don't have the same dreams. Why should we all conform to the same music? The same songs and dances? Just because that's the way it's always been? Is that really a good enough reason?
Keeps us from getting hauled in for questioning.
Exactly.
I saw all your faces when Bodhi and I performed. You all really liked it.
Aaliyah's right. Bodhi doesn't deserve to be treated like this.
Hey, if it was any of us locked up, do you think Bodhi would hesitate? And we've all had our own Bodhi moment. Something he's done for us, some act of unexpected kindness. And now when he needs you to stand up for him, you're telling me that it doesn't matter?
Okay, so say we do this. We tell them we're not going to participate in the gallery. What's to stop them from kicking us out?
I want to win.
They can't expel us all. The histories teach us that there's strength in unity. Think about the exemplar. When enough people vote together, that candidate wins. The only way this is gonna work is if we stay strong and we stick together. All of us.
So, a bunch of us are joining Aaliyah's protest. You with us? Say,
I want to help. I really do. I don't know if I feel comfortable doing this.
you think any of us are comfortable doing this? Hey, what about Bodhi? Sweating it out in an interrogation room all day.
They let Aaliyah go. Okay, maybe we just have to be patient. Just being here means everything to me. It's all I've ever dreamt of.
You're not alone.
And how can you take the risk of throwing it all away?
Like Aaliyah said, it's less of a risk the more of us join in.
You're asking me to trust other people, and...
No, I'm asking you to trust me. You can trust me, Sage. I'm not gonna let anything happen to your dreams. Especially since I'm in them every night.
Samu says his med staff is running low on pain meds and surgical lights.
Can you redirect another shipment? Those clinics are a priority.
Hey, Moore?
Rex, I'm in a business meeting. I told you no interruptions.
Yeah, but there's someone here.
Regan, what did I say?
No interruptions.
Thank you.
Sorry, Mags, you're gonna have to come.
Mags? Regan, what are you doing? Tell Mags to come in here. There he is. Our local celebrity. What brings you by?
I need to talk to you. Alone?
You heard him, fellas. Out. Private discussion. So, what do you want to talk about?
It's Bodhi. He's being held at Authority headquarters. They took him in for questioning earlier today.
What'd he do?
He sang.
What, like he did at my party?
Yeah.
That little fool's got more guts than brains. Who'd he criticize?
He sang about growing up in Reform Sector and the challenges that we face.
Wait, the state? He criticized the state. That boy is crazy. Is he trying to get himself ghosted?
It wasn't a public performance. It was just at the academy. And
what do I always say? Authorities got eyes and ears everywhere.
I need your help to get him released.
Oh, yeah.
You said it yourself. We're family, right?
Just because I say it doesn't mean he believes it.
Bodhi felt bad about what he did.
He disrespected me in front of the whole sector, Mags. Now suddenly I'm family.
He's not asking. I am.
What do you expect me to do?
You have an understanding with the authority. They give you the freedom to operate here in exchange for a piece and information.
Listen to me. That kind of talk will land you in a seat next to Bodhi at Authority headquarters.
So what's it gonna be?
Got a lot of work to do. So good luck.
All right, it's time to get this gallery underway. When I call your name, step up to be interviewed and holo captured. Nada 4. Come on up. Looks like we have some stragglers. Brooklyn 2, come up. Brooklyn 2. Sierra 5. What is this? Get up. Aliyah 5. I don't know what you're trying to prove with this nonsense, but it is your loss. Tempo 3. What is the point of this act of defiance?
No one's rehearsing or taking part in the gallery. Not until Bodhi's released.
3 of you were already sent home, and I'm perfectly willing to make examples of any of you. I will! You cannot hold this exemplar hostage! Get up! Get up! Get up! Do not believe for a second this behavior will be forgotten. When we return, you had better be prepared for the gallery.
What's that?
That is your record, Bodhi. The entire history of you. Relocated to Reform Sector at the age of 3, with your single father who was undergoing rehabilitation at the time of his unexpected passing. Raised in the communal creche from the age 11. Now just 2 years away from your 18th year. With a clean record, you can request a transfer to any other sector and start a new life. You have so much to look forward to, and yet the file also details your apparent ties to known criminal elements.
It's reform sector. Almost everyone's what you call a criminal element.
I'm not referring to individuals undergoing the redemptive process. I'm talking about one man in particular. You know him as More Times. He runs Reform Sector's black market operations. He's also, apparently, a father figure to you.
Like you said, my father's long dead, right?
New Babel took a chance on you, admitting you to the exemplar, and I now have to wonder whether their trust in you is misplaced.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Maybe not. But your recent actions and your past relationships cast doubt on your character, and if that was to come into the public light, whew, I am afraid the Academy just wouldn't stand for it.
What do you want from me?
A name. You are a good kid who was led astray. More Times used you, and now you're gonna take the fall for him? But it's not too late. All you have to do is say his name, and all this goes away. Just say his name and you can leave.
I'd rather tell you a story about a little girl who grew up in the reform sector, but defied the odds and really made something of herself.
Go on.
See, this little girl's parents were happy to be living in New Babel, but still thought things could be better. They had suggestions, but the tribunal didn't want to hear them, didn't like being criticized. Her parents called themselves activists, and the tribunal called them agitators and sent them to reform sector for rehabilitation. And of course, the little girl went with them.
I'm familiar with this story.
So is everyone in reform. It's legendary. Anyway, this little girl got moved away from the life she knew in progress sector. And turns out, she hated reform and hated her own parents for landing them there. And over the years, that hatred grew. To the authority, her parents became model citizens. Yeah, a real feel-good reform story. What the authority didn't know was that these two still thought New Babel could be better and were secretly sharing their feelings with others. The authority didn't know, but their little girl did. So she told on them. And her parents were ghosted. One day they were there, the next they were gone. And no one's heard from them since. And that little girl, well, she wasn't so little anymore. She finally got her wish to leave reform sector. The authority rewarded her with a junior position in their organization. And she did right by them, eventually rising up and getting her own seat on the tribunal.
Well, it sounds like the parents got exactly what they wanted all along. The ability to effect real change through their own flesh and blood.
It probably helped that their daughter didn't have a conscience. But I do. So you won't be getting that name.
Well, that was a long road for a short answer, but who doesn't like a good yarn? You know, I'm disappointed in you, Bodhi. You had a shot at doing something really special with your life.
What is going on?
This is our way of showing our support for Bodhi.
What about the gallery?
There is no gallery. Not until they release Bodhi.
How did you even get everybody to join in?
Honestly, they didn't do it for me. They did it for Bodhi. Come on.
More times. I'm sorry, but Bodhi isn't permitted visitors.
I'm not here to visit with Bodhi. I'm here to see you.
So? What is this about?
That thing we discussed the other day?
Could you be more specific?
You were asking if anyone had come to me, looking to acquire those black market parts.
Black market parts for what?
To build a sonic disruptor to allow someone to pass through the shield.
Go on.
I want to make a deal. If I cooperate on this, you let Bodhi go.
You've already implicated yourself in the sale of technologies dangerous to the state. I don't have to let anyone go. All I have to do is make you talk.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Okay, save me the time. What have you got?
Do we have a deal? My information for Bodhi's freedom.
You have my word. This better be worth it.
Oh, it is. The other day when you came in, you asked if I had supplied those specific parts to anyone in the past year. Well, I didn't lie when I said I hadn't. Well, it was almost 13 years ago.
13 years ago. Do you remember the buyer?
I'll never forget. Considering they were connected to the tribunal.
Let's go.
Where are you taking me? Well, I don't even get to know where I'm going?
Have a good day.
Are you serious?
If I were your son, I'd go now before they change their mind. He's been released.
Happy?
That you kept your end of the deal ecstatic.
I'm a woman of my word.
Well, I'd love to say it was nice doing business with you, but I respect you too much to lie. I'll see you around. What is this? I thought we had a deal.
We did. You told me what I wanted to know, and I let Bodhi go, as we agreed.
Good, so we're done.
Almost. I'm placing you under arrest for trafficking in stolen goods.
Are you kidding me? After years of taking payoffs to look the other way, you suddenly have a problem with it?
I do. When your illegal actions threaten to undermine the stability of New Babel.
Well, I'll be happy to explain how our little arrangement works with the Chancellor, Phaedra.
Take him away.
Phaedra, don't do this. We can work something out, Phaedra! Phaedra!
Free Bodhi! 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 Free Bodhi!
Bodhi!
I wasn't sure they were gonna let you go.
Neither was I.
So what happened?
I don't know. It looked like I was going to get kicked out of the exemplar, and then they just let me go.
Well, what did they say?
Have a good day.
Been holding on to this for you, Sid. Come on. Get dressed. We got a gallery to shoot.
After me, after me. Everybody get low now. Come follow me, come follow me. Come follow me, come follow me.
My family has always been super supportive, so I'm doing this for them. Come on.
I came here to win, and anything less than that would be a huge disappointment.
Thanks, here, bringing the title back to Reform Sector. Their first ever.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
Never tricky for the shy type.
Not. Just after everything that happened today, this doesn't feel right. Suddenly got me questioning everything. The exemplar, you babble in my place in both.
I don't know what you went through today, so I can't even guess what's going through your head. But if there's one thing I'm sure of, you belong here. With us. Okay, let's go. Group capture.
All right.
Come on.
Move.
For those candidates who require additional vocal or instrumental training, please report to Studio B.
What a day.
I don't think I'll be able to sleep tonight. I can't believe we pulled that off.
Pulled off what exactly? How do we know we had anything to do with Bodhi getting released?
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, but what's important is we all stood up for something. I know it wasn't easy, but I'm grateful you stuck up for Bodhi.
I didn't do it for Bodhi.
Come in. I was just about to go look for you.
Well, you're in luck, and I brought us dinner. Yam hash, bean casserole, tofu fritters.
A romantic dinner for two?
Could be, but that's up to you. You took a big risk, trusting me and joining the protest. I know that wasn't easy for you. But I want you to know that it meant a lot to everyone. It meant a lot to me.
You mean a lot to me, too. I mean, it meant a lot that you...
Sage. I know. That's why I'm here. Okay. I was gonna wait till after we ate for the kiss, but...
Come in.
Just came by to see how you're doing.
I'm okay.
It's over.
It's easy for you to say. You were locked up in there all day wondering if she was going to let you go or not.
I'm sorry. I know it was worse for you, but I was scared too.
What? You're a tribunal's daughter.
Are we really going there again?
Look, I'm not saying this to hurt your feelings, but you got out because of your father. You had that advantage. I didn't. You may not like to hear it, but it's the truth. You had someone to rely on. And I was alone.
I know that. For most of my life, I've had things easier because of who I am. And I've always been ashamed of it. I wish I could change things.
I wouldn't if I were you. You don't have to feel guilty for what you have, but just be aware of those who got less. You know, before today, I believed in what I'd always been told. I thought that we were all equal in New Babel. But now I know that's not true. In their eyes, I'm less than because I grew up in reform. They say they don't want to repeat the mistakes of the past, but they already are.
What do you mean?
One of the first songs we heard in the archive by Mos Def. I must have listened to it 10 times, but never really heard what he was saying until now. Stiffer stipulations attached to each sentence, budget cutbacks, but increased police presence.
Even if you get out of prison still living.
Join the other 5 million under state supervision. He was talking about society 400 years ago, but he might as well have been talking about today. I felt like he was speaking directly to me. And I want to know more.
After everything that's happened, you want to go back?
Yeah, I'm curious and angry and excited at what else I'll find because now I know what I'm looking for.
Come in.
I pulled the files.
Did anyone see you access them?
No.
Oh, and Ryden? This stays between the two of us.
Of course.
Oh, Gerald. What secrets have you been hiding?
So you're just taking us back to the party spot?
Okay, for the last time, we're not going back to the party spot.
Okay, so where are we going?
We're here.
What's so special about here?
Watch this.
What is that?
Come on.
Welcome, Bodhi, Aaliyah.
What's up, Archive? After everything we've been through today, Ali and I decided that we didn't want to be alone with this anymore. It's too important not to share with you guys.
What is this place? How did you find it? And how long have you been keeping this from us?
I am the archive.
Hold up, Archive. Before we answer any questions, I want you guys to hear something first. Bodhi playlist number 2.
I got loyalty inside my DNA. Quarter piece got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though, ambition, flow inside my DNA. I was born like this, is born like this, immaculate conception. I transform like this, perform like this. With Yoshi, one new weapon. I don't contemplate, I meditate. Then off your head. This that puts against the bed. This that I got.